I'm just putting on more weight, I'm not looking good, nobody likes to be with me, everyone makes fun of me. Even if you don't feel it, say it. Because when you say it, subconscious copies that energy. That everything in your life, including your body weight, is all coming from what you are thinking, what you are feeling. Within those 1.5 years, not just my body weight is what I achieved success in. I achieved success in the financial area, the career area. So self-love is a... कई लोग हीलिंग की चाह तो रखते हैं, लेकिन वो सही समय पर एक्शन नहीं लेते हैं। अब एक्शन लेने की बारी आ गई है। होपनोपनो एक ऐसी सिस्टम है जो हमें हमारे अंदर झांक कर हमारे अंदर की बुराइयों को, कमज़ोरियों को, ऊर्जा को करेक्ट करने की, ठीक करने की प्रेरणा देती है। मैं इस होपनोपनो वर्कशॉप को 27 जून से 29 जून कर रही हूँ। ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप है, ये आपका मौका है। इस वर्कशॉप को ज्वाइन कीजिए और फॉरगिवनेस के बारे में जो आपके डाउट्स हैं, लेटिंग गो के बारे में जो आपके डाउट्स हैं कि आप खुद के लिए कैसे करेंगे, दूसरों के लिए कैसे करेंगे, खुद को कैसे हील करें, दूसरों को कैसे ठीक करें, ये सारे डाउट्स, ये सारे क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स आपको इस वर्कशॉप में मिलेंगे। आपको कुछ ऐसे टूल्स और टेक्निक्स मिलेंगे जिससे आप अपने जीवन में वो सुधार ला पाएंगे जो आप लाना तो चाहते हैं बट कर नहीं पा रहे हैं। आपके अंदर वो उत्साह नहीं है, शायद प्रेरणा नहीं है, या शायद आपको डायरेक्शन नहीं है। ये सब आपको इस वर्कशॉप में मिलेगा। आपको 27 तारीख को मिलेंगे। सारी डिटेल्स इस वर्कशॉप की लिंक जो है आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिलेगी। कुछ ही दिन बचे हैं, जल्द से जल्द एक्शन लीजिए और अपनी हीलिंग जर्नी जल्द से जल्द स्टार्ट कीजिए। So many of you had requested me to speak about my weight loss journey. As you must be aware, I started my journey towards improving my mind, my energy, and my personal growth and development with one objective. I wanted to work on losing weight. The very first goal that I tried to work towards manifesting was my body weight. And there were so many ups and downs in this journey. I thought I would share with you some of the most powerful things I did to experience the transformation that I did end up experiencing. Along with the weight coming down, I also noticed I shed a lot of my ego, a lot of negative thoughts, even self-doubt, and a lot of apprehensions about what I am capable of doing. So while you are working on any big goal in your life, remember that goal, that desire coming from inside you is just an excuse for you to work on something bigger in your life. Perhaps it's an old karmic debt or pattern that you're carrying. And if you work very sincerely on this desire and this goal, then remember, help will come, support will come, right information will come to you, and people will start supporting you in your journey. Instead of standing in the way of your journey, they will actually start supporting you. So when I first really decided to work on my mind, one of the first things I did was to understand how it works. Now imagine, the irony is, in our relationships, when we don't understand the other person, chances are that we are never able to connect with that person. It is the same with our minds. You see, by then I had understood. My weight is not coming down, not because of the food I'm eating or the physical activity I'm doing. No, I was doing physical activity. And I know I was doing enough. Sometimes I was doing so much that next few days I was left exhausted because I felt so tired. My mind was not supporting me. So I realized this constant negative thought and feeling within me is coming in the way. And perhaps my body needs something much more than just the right diet, the right food, or the right kind of exercise or physical activity. So when I started to focus more on understanding myself, what are my needs? What is it within me that makes me so uncomfortable in my own body? What is it I don't like about myself? What is it that I'm resenting? Then I started to actually fall more in love with myself. Then I reached a point where I realized it is not about the body weight coming down. It is about not having the confidence or acceptance of who I am, which is responsible. So every day I would read about 2 to 3 pages from a book. Now, some of the books that I have read which really impacted me was The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, As a Man Thinketh, In fact, when I was reading even the game of life and how to play it, I would keep rereading it again and again to ensure that the concept is going deep within me. Books like The Science of Getting Rich, books like You Were Born Rich, all these books helped me not just to help change my mindset, but to understand myself better. Because when I read these books, I realized that everything in your life, including your body weight, is all coming from what you are thinking, what you are feeling. And most of these thoughts and feelings are about yourself. So I started to expand my awareness about my own self, my own mind. I started to understand that what I'm thinking is causing a feeling. That feeling is making me act. And then out of this negative feeling, even when I'm following the right diet, it is not helping. What I need to change is, I need to change my feelings. My feelings. Negativity within me has to go. And so I started to spend few minutes every day doing two important practices. One, I would take a small mirror in my hand, look into my own eyes, and I would just connect with myself. Sometimes I would just get lost looking at myself. A lot of times negative thoughts would come like, look how you're looking. Look, you look so ugly. Look, that is why nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be with you. All these thoughts would come. Lovingly, I would keep my hands on my chest. And as I would rub my chest, I would say, no, you are lovely. You are beautiful. You deserve everything. God is within you. What is there to be afraid of anyone? Why should you feel you're not fitting in? I'm there for you. So I would talk to my own inner child, my subconscious mind. I realized there is a little girl inside me. And that girl is having so many complexes. She is made to feel that she is unimportant. Just because she is not that good looking, she is unimportant. Just because she is fat, she is unimportant. No, I started to tell myself, I value you. I started to feel like a mother feels for the child. You know how mothers will feel for their children? For every mother, her child is the best. I started to feel that connection with myself. And you know how I started to feel with that connection? When I started to spend time looking at myself. Sometimes I would hold a mirror. Other times I would just close my eyes and just place my hands on my chest and talk to myself and say, you're beautiful, you're lovely, you deserve, you're God's favorite child. Every day, as I would talk slowly, see, I've realized that when you talk fast, even your subconscious doesn't take you seriously. As you slow down, you can feel the love in your own words. You can feel the energy change. So I would talk to myself lovingly. Few minutes. It used to be such a powerful time of the day. I used to feel better. So every time then I would come to eat my food, I would feel grateful for my body. I would feel grateful for this life, and I would not feel miserable. So many years I felt miserable. Every time I would sit on the table to eat, I would feel, I'm just putting on more weight. I'm not looking good. Nobody likes to be with me. Everyone makes fun of me. That changed too. I deserve to be here. I'm also going to experience good things in life. I'm beautiful. I'm lovely. So many times consciously, I would give the same thoughts to myself when I would sit down to eat. I would always give myself one compliment. See what lovely hair you have. See, you spoke so well today. See, you helped someone. It was so nice of you. I would encourage myself. Something good I would say to myself when I was about to eat my food. And trust me, that made a big difference to how my body started to react. Your body is your subconscious mind. It needs your touch. It needs your love. And when I started to give it that touch, that love, that affection, everything changed. The second practice that I started to do, and I really experienced a huge difference in my negativity going and positivity coming into my life. And that was the practice of forgiveness. Believe me, you are here because you haven't forgiven. You're here because there is something that has been unsettled from your past. Even if you don't believe in past lives, remember, this life itself, you will never experience true peace and happiness if you don't learn to forgive people. Forgiveness is not for someone else. I'm not thinking I should do good to them and I'm forgiving. I'm only thinking about myself. I'm thinking about this little girl inside me who's afraid, who's fearing something wrong will happen to her. And when she starts to forgive, she feels power. She doesn't feel powerless. Why? Because the one who forgives becomes the bigger person. You start to connect with the power within you, because that power cannot connect with you if you're angry, irritated, if you're frustrated, if you're cursing someone. You cannot experience good changes in your life. So when I started to forgive, I started to observe all the extra weight is coming down. I had my ideal body weight in my mind, and I stopped obsessing over that weight because forgiveness brought me so much peace that I started enjoying things I never normally enjoyed, like going out, enjoying nature, being around people, doing things for myself. I never had time to do these things because I was always angry, always had grudges, always blamed other people. That started to shift. And when that started to shift, everything in life started to change. And the weight automatically came down. I did not follow any special diet. I did not have a rigorous physical activity or routine. It just started to come down on its own. That is the power of positive thinking. That is the power of changing and working towards your feelings. Until your feelings don't change, until you are not peaceful, remember, you can't impact your body weight. If there is someone who's constantly bothering you, sit with yourself. Every day think of that person and say, I forgive you. Even if you don't feel it, say it. Because when you say it, subconscious copies that energy and it will start to vibrate with the energy of forgiveness. It was not easy for me, but I would do it every day. I would take one person for 7 days. Every day I would write, I forgive this person. But trust me, as I continued this forgiveness practice for nearly 1.5 years, within those 1.5 years, not just my body weight is what I achieved success in. I achieved success in the financial area, the career area. I also started to see my relationships beautifully change. And trust me, when I started to receive more love and support from others, I knew it is not that they have changed. It is because I have changed. It is because I have learned to accept myself. I have learned to love myself. So self-love is a beautiful journey. As I started this journey, I started to experience changes in every area of my life. And when I started to practice forgiveness, not just for others, even for myself, I would hold a lot of guilt for little things I did wrong. I said something, I would hold guilt. I did wrong, I would hold guilt. I realized that I deserve to be forgiven. All scriptures, all religious texts will tell us that God forgives everyone if you have true repentance. So then I would remind myself, why should I hold guilt? God is forgiving me. As long as I am now going to improve myself, I deserve forgiveness. And trust me, that made a lot of difference. I hope this video has given you 2 of these very powerful practices to work on your own body weight. And trust me, every time you put food in your mouth, bless yourself, compliment yourself, encourage yourself, be your own cheerleader, and then you will see that nothing is impossible for you. I wish you all the best in your weight loss journey. नमस्ते। अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया और इस चैनल से आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा टिप्स, टूल्स और टेक्निक्स का फायदा उठाना चाहते हैं तो इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिए। सब्सक्राइब करेंगे तो आपको लेटेस्ट नोटिफिकेशंस आ जाएंगे हमारे वीडियोस के और फिर हम एक साथ एक दूसरे को इंस्पायर कर पाएंगे।